All right, so are you ready to like jump into a world that's totally familiar but also like crazy different?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Today, we're going to be exploring Dark Star.
Mm-hmm.
It's this children's book that, honestly, it grabs you from the first page.
Oh, yeah.
And it does not let go.
I agree.
But this isn't going to be like a boring plot summary or anything like that. We're going way deeper.
Okay.
And we're going to unearth like what actually makes this story so captivating.
Awesome. I'm excited.
So what's immediately striking is how the book kind of just like throws you right into the action.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, picture this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
17-year-old Ira.
Our main character.
Yeah, she's just like trying to get through another day at school in Moscow.
Uh-huh.
When, bam, robots come crashing through the windows.
What?
I know, right?
That's intense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And these aren't like your friendly, helper bots.
No.
These are serious, like, weaponized machines.
Yeah.
With these cryptic acronyms all over them.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, like SMS and MECH.
Exactly.
What is that about? It just makes you think, like, what kind of world is this?
Right.
Where these organizations exist.
Exactly. And it just, like, hints at this much larger, more complex world
Absolutely.
that's going on beneath the surface,
I totally agree.
And then, in the middle of all this chaos,
Yeah.
Ira discovers something totally extraordinary about herself.
What's that?
That ordinary yellow amulet she wears.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just an accessory. It gives her crazy powers.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's like in all the superhero stories.
Yeah.
Where, like, the ordinary suddenly becomes extraordinary,
Right.
And then suddenly Ira can control all these other amulets, these objects that have this crazy power.
I know. It's kind of scary, too, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Having that much power.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The amulet's only given to people
Mm-hmm.
who are deemed, and I quote, worthy of the worthy.
Whoa. Worthy of the worthy. Oh,
Makes you think, like, what qualities actually make someone worthy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It adds like a whole other level to the story, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about having power. It's about like deserving it and like being responsible with it.
Exactly.
Which I think is something that resonates with everyone.
Absolutely.
No matter how old you are.
Totally. And speaking of powerful figures, we can't forget about Veron,
Oh, yes.
who is the book's antagonist.
Yeah.
He's like this really imposing figure.
Uh-huh.
And he has these like black eyes, burgundy skin,
Mm-hmm.
and a multifunctional weapon.
Oh, that sounds pretty intense.
It is intense.
Yeah.
But the detail that like really freaks me out,
Yeah.
honestly, is his ability to switch off sound.
Wow.
Like, can you imagine?
It's scary.
Like the utter silence as he approaches.
Oh my gosh.
It's like so unsettling.
It's a brilliant way to create an atmosphere of like fear,
Absolutely.
And vulnerability.
Totally. And it's like he becomes even more menacing because he controls something as basic as sound,
Yeah. Totally.
And his goal,
Yeah, what is it?
he wants to collect all the amulets, which puts him, on a collision course with Ira.
Oh no.
I know. And you can tell right away
Mm-hmm.
that he's not your typical one-dimensional villain,
Oh, good.
Like he's driven, he's powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and like shrouded in mystery.
Yeah.
It's like, what are his real motives?
Right.
Is he just power hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there something more going on?
That's what I want to know.
Right.
Like, it makes him so interesting.
Totally.
Because he keeps you guessing.
Yes.
You have to question your assumptions about good and evil.
Yeah.
He's a good reminder that things aren't always black and white.
Totally.
And that, like, sometimes understanding someone's motivation can be harder than just defeating them.
Absolutely. And just when you think Ira has enough to deal with,
Yeah.
the story introduces this new character, Adji. Adji's like this powerful spirit, and he can manipulate people's minds.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. Can you imagine Ira's turmoil?
Oh, my gosh.
She suddenly has to question the loyalty of her friends.
Oh, no.
And she's like, who can I trust?
Oh, that's awful.
It's rough. And it's like, it's a betrayal that cuts deep.
Yeah.
Emotionally, psychologically, all of it.
Yeah, you really feel for her, don't you?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And it all culminates in this crazy showdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This battle against Adji under a blood-red moon.
Wow.
I know, right?
That image is so powerful.
It is. It sets the stage for like a truly epic confrontation.
Yeah.
But it's also it's way more than just a fight. It's like a test of their friendship. This moment where they're all forced to unite against this common enemy.
Right.
And it makes you wonder, like, can their bond withstand this kind of manipulation?
It's such a good question. You know what's so cool about that whole confrontation thing?
Yes.
Like, it's under this blood red moon, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes like this huge turning point for all the characters.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the danger and the, scariness they're all facing.
Yeah.
It also kind of shows how strong they are when they work together.
Totally, totally. It's like a reminder that sometimes you got to face your fears head on.
Yeah.
And you have to rely on, the people you trust.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then there's the Black Tower.
Oh, yeah, the Black Tower.
Like this massive structure that reaches all the way into the clouds.
Right.
It's described as this, like, crazy staircase with over 1,000 steps.
Wow.
And the air, like, literally gets thinner with every climb.
Oh, that's scary.
I know, and there's this constant threat of falling.
Oh, no.
And the Black Tower isn't just like a physical challenge,
Right.
It's also like a metaphor for the character's internal struggles.
I can see that.
Like the difficulty breathing.
Yeah.
That represents all the pressure and the anxieties they're facing.
Right.
And the risk of falling. Well, that symbolizes how fragile their progress is.
Yeah.
And, that possibility of failing.
Yeah.
It makes you think, like, what's waiting for them at the top?
I know.
What do they have to overcome?
Exactly.
And then as they're climbing, the truth about Adji is revealed.
Oh.
So it turns out he wasn't always a spirit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, imagine finding out that he was once human. But then he got banished.
Really?
Yeah, and then he transformed into this, being totally consumed by bitterness and revenge.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad. It makes you, kind of rethink all his actions,
Yeah, it does.
And it makes you wonder, like, what are the effects of trauma? And, how destructive resentment can be.
Right.
And then can you even find redemption after you've experienced such a huge loss?
That's a good question.
And then hold on to your hats.
Yeah, I hold it.
We find out that Veron, right?
Yeah.
Who we thought was just this, villain. It turns out he wants to create a new world.
Really?
That's free from war and pollution.
Oh, wow.
It's like, whoa, hold on a second.
I know. It makes you completely rethink everything.
Right. Like, can a villain's actions ever be justified?
Yeah.
Even if their end goal is actually good. And it just throws you off balance,
Absolutely.
I think it challenges you to think about good and evil in a different way,
Yeah, it does. It's not always so clear cut.
Right. And the book doesn't give you easy answers either.
Yeah, right.
It makes you think about, like, why people do the things they do and the gray areas of, like, real world conflict.
Totally.
And then, get this, okay.
What?
Just when you think you've got it all figured out, the book reveals that there are even more amulets out there.
No way.
I know, right?
No
like,
way.
talk about a cliffhanger.
I know. I need to know more.
It's like, it hints at this whole world that's so much bigger and crazier than we ever imagined.
Absolutely.
And it's full of all these, like, possibilities.
I love that.
And the book, like, keeps throwing these crazy moments at you.
Like what?
Like, there's this scene where Ira confronts Veron in her own house.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Like scary.
And he's like, oh, by the way, I found the white amulet.
Oh, the white amulet. What's that one do?
Okay, so the white amulet gives the user the power of archamagic.
Archamagic? What's that?
Okay, so archamagic is like, you can basically manifest anything you want.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Wait, that's super powerful.
I know, it's pretty intense. And in this moment, the stakes are so high.
Oh, yeah.
And Ira, she tries to outsmart Veron.
Good for her.
I know. And she's like, okay, let's make a trade.
Oh, what kind of trade?
She's like, I'll give you my yellow amulet, you give me the white one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I know, right?
So, did it work?
Well, Veron, being Veron, he doesn't exactly play fair.
I figured.
And then, get this, okay?
Okay.
Out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
A crocodile.
What?
Bursts from beneath the floorboards.
No way.
Yeah.
What happened?
And it bites off Veron's hand.
Oh, my gosh.
The one that's holding the yellow amulet.
Oh, no.
I know, right? Like, where did that even come from?
I know. It's crazy.
And Ira, in this, moment of opportunity, she uses her power to reattach the hand.
Oh, wow.
But get this.
What?
She reattaches it to his shoulder.
What?
It's like genius, but also a little messed up.
What happened?
I know, it's crazy. But then Veron.
Yeah.
He now has access to both amulets.
Oh, no.
I know. And his power is amplified like crazy.
So what happened?
Chaos. Pure chaos.
Yeah.
He's enraged. He starts destroying everything.
Oh, my gosh.
Ira's house is left in ruins.
That's terrible.
I know. It's awful. And then, of course, Veron escapes through a portal.
A portal.
That he creates with the combined power of the two amulets.
Wow, that's intense.
And this portal, it hints at other worlds.
Really?
Places we can't even comprehend.
That's so cool.
I know, right? Like, it just expands the whole story.
Totally.
It makes you think about, like, what's out there beyond, what we know.
Yeah.
And Ira and her friends, they barely escape getting sucked into the portal themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're just left there trying to, like, understand everything that just happened.
Right.
Like, where did Veron go?
Yeah.
What other secrets are there? What new dangers are waiting for them?
Exactly.
And amidst all the chaos, the book also shows Ira's internal struggles.
Oh, yeah.
She's battling fear and self-doubt. She's like, do I have what it takes?
Yeah.
This is a lot of responsibility.
Right.
And I think it's relatable,
Totally.
Like, even people with superpowers. They still have normal human emotions.
Absolutely. I know, it's a lot to handle.
Yeah, like, how do you even deal with all that?
Right. And in the middle of everything, Adji starts changing.
Yeah.
He goes from, like, this vengeful spirit to this, young guy trying to make things right.
That's interesting.
It really makes you think about forgiveness and understanding. It's like a reminder that even people who've been hurt really bad, they can still find their way back.
Find their way back to the good.
To the light, exactly.
And when his heart changes, that's like a huge turning point in the story.
Totally.
He realizes revenge is pointless.
Right.
And decides to use his powers to help Ira and her friends.
That's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like this message of hope,
Yeah, totally. Choosing hope over despair.
And we can't forget about Ira and her friends.
Oh, yeah. They're amazing.
Their bond is so strong.
It really is.
They're always there for each other.
Always.
Pushing each other, challenging each other. And they help each other grow.
Exactly. And their friendship is what gives them strength.
Yeah, it shows how true friendship can get you through anything.
I love that.
Me too. What was your favorite scene?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But I think it's got to be the final showdown.
Oh, yeah, in the Black Tower.
That's the one. It's like everything leads up to that moment.
It does. You have all the physical challenges and the emotional stuff.
Yeah, and then learning about Adji's past.
And figuring out why Veron's doing what he's doing.
Right. It's intense and emotional.
So many twists and turns.
You're on the edge of your seat the whole time.
And don't forget where it all goes down.
Oh, yeah, in this crazy tower.
It seems to go on forever.
I know. And that scary staircase.
Ugh. I know, right?
The Black Tower, it's like a symbol
of what?
Of all their fears, but also everything they want to achieve.
I like that.
Getting to the top means they beat all the challenges.
That they never gave up.
Exactly. And in that final scene, we finally get to see what Veron's really after.
That new world he keeps talking about.
A world without all the bad stuff.
But his methods are kind of extreme.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, is he really trying to help?
Right, or is he just a power-hungry dictator?
And the book doesn't tell you what to think.
It makes you think for yourself.
It does, and that's what makes Dark Star so good.
I agree. It's not just a regular kid's book.
Nope.
It's got magic and mystery and excitement. But it also makes you think about the bigger questions.
The stuff that matters to everyone.
Exactly. It makes you use your imagination.
And challenges you to see things in new ways.
And it leaves you wanting more.
It totally does.
Yeah.
So if you want a book that'll take you on a wild ride.
And make you think.
Dark Star is the one for you.
Absolutely. It'll stick with you long after you finish it.
You'll keep thinking about good versus evil.
Yeah.
And forgiveness and standing up for what you believe in.
It's an amazing story.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Dark Star.
I had so much fun.
Me too. I hope everyone enjoyed this journey.
Into a world where magic and technology collide.
And where heroes and villains aren't always so easy to tell apart.
So until next time, keep exploring.
Keep asking questions.
And never stop being curious.